Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, the DeLand Sport Aviation Showcase yields a number of successes. Beluga XL receives EASA type certification, and GAMA publishes the 2019 third quarter aircraft shipment and billing report. Happy Monday and welcome to the show. I'm Sophie Herlock. The DeLand Sport Aviation Expo wrapped up successfully on Saturday. Sport Aviation Administrator Jana Filip said the event, which is now in its fourth year, held its own compared to previous years. Even though temperatures were chilly and there was off and on rain, it couldn't dampen the enthusiasm of the people who made the trip to Central Florida.
We had a great first day. Attendance was up over any other first day of the first 3 years, so that was a good show day. Yesterday started out with rain, and despite the rain, about 10 o'clock when it cleared, people started coming out, and our gate lagged a little, but not all that much. So although it wasn't like a highly populated day attendee-wise, it was quality, and aircraft sold, and the indoor exhibitors were very happy yesterday. And kind of the same thing with today. It was really supposed to be a sunshine day, cold, but sunshine. And I haven't seen that yet, but we still have people coming through the front gate. So I think we survived very well despite the inclement weather.
The DeLand Sport Aviation Expo is focused on that segment of the industry, and Philip said that several of the exhibitors were new to the show this year.
We have new exhibitors this year. We've got 26 new exhibitors on the field, and I maintained over 100 exhibitors. I heard from a lot of the outdoor exhibitors this year, they didn't have inventory to bring. So that's a good sign because they've sold their aircraft, literally didn't have any aircraft to bring. A lot of the aircraft on the field, they had customers bring it in. So, you know, the economy has turned up, sport aircraft are selling, and you know, that's great.
And she said there were several airplanes sold during the show.
Anecdotally, I've been hearing that a lot of airplanes have sold this week.
They have. They really have. You know, we are not about quantity here. We don't have a kids' bounce house to bring that market in. We don't have an aerobatic show. DeLand has a very clearly defined mission statement, and then the goals support that mission statement. And we are all about trying to grow the recreational sport aviation market.
Normally, Philip would have announced the dates for the next DeLand Sport Aviation Expo on Saturday, but she said she'd be evaluating other options for the future, and that announcement should be coming soon. We'll be right back with Around the Patch.
Finally, a modern, affordable four-seater without compromise. Turbocharged Rotax 915 IS power, 155-knot cruise, 800 nautical mile range, 1,000 feet per minute climb, and all that at 8 gallons per hour. Don't compromise. Check out the Sling TSI today at airplanefactory.com.
Welcome back. It's time for today's trip around the patch. CAE signed a long-term exclusive training agreement with easyJet to train 1,000 new easyJet cadet pilots on a multi-crew pilot license program. CAE will also provide Airbus 320 type rating training and place graduates of CAE's Integrated Airline Transport Pilot License Program with easyJet. Selected cadets will begin MPL training with CAE in 2020, and upon completion of training, the first graduates will join operations as easyJet co-pilots by the end of 2021. A Georgia man who was illegally operating a UAS to drop contraband into Autry State Prison was sentenced to 48 months in prison, followed by 3 years of house arrest. 35-year-old Eric Lee Brown pleaded guilty to 1 count of operating an aircraft eligible for registration, knowing the aircraft is not registered to facilitate a controlled substance offense. Flight Operations Flight Academy of Australia ordered a Frasca Piper Seminole RTD. The RTD is an FAA-approved AATD and has also received Australian Civil Aviation Safety Authority approval as a Category B synthetic trainer. The device will be configured as a Piper Seminole with a 3-channel visual display system. Representatives Rick Larson, Don Young, and Angie Craig introduced the Promoting Service and Transportation Act, a bipartisan legislation to promote career opportunities in the transportation industry. The act authorizes the DOT to develop a series of broadcast, digital, and print media public service announcement campaigns to promote job opportunities and improve diversity in the transportation workforce. We'll be right back with the rest of the news.
Today is a new dawn.
With a new name.
nuevo logotipo.
A new factory.
Und einen globalen Kundenfokus.
We are Continental Aerospace Technologies, and we stand behind you.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
The Beluga XL received its type certification from EASA, paving the way for entry into service by early 2020. The Beluga XL allows for 30% extra transport capacity, being 23 feet longer and about 3 feet wider than its BelugaST predecessor, with the largest cargo bay cross-section of all existing cargo aircraft worldwide. The Beluga XL can carry 2 A350 XWB wings. With a maximum payload of 51 metric tons, the Beluga XL has a range of 2,200 nautical miles. In total, 6 aircraft will be built between 2019 and 2023, gradually replacing the current fleet of BelugaST transporters. GAMA recently published a 9-month industry update with the release of its third quarter general aviation shipments and billing report. Aggregate, business jet, and piston airplane deliveries continue to experience increases through the first 9 months of 2019 compared to last year, whereas deliveries of turboprops and rotorcraft declined. Business jet deliveries rose by 15.4% in the first 9 months of 2019, from 447 in 2018 to 516 in 2019. Piston airplane deliveries also experienced double-digit growth of 12.3%, from 781 units in 2018 to 877 in 2019. The number of turboprop deliveries declined from 395 to 349 airplanes. The number of rotorcraft delivered during the first 9 months of 2019 was down compared to 2018. In the first 9 months of the year, 434 turbine-powered aircraft were delivered and 136 piston engine-powered rotorcraft. The value of rotorcraft shipment was $2.2 billion, compared to $2.7 billion, a 17.3% reduction. And that wraps up today's episode of Airborne Unlimited. Don't forget to click subscribe and to check us out on Twitter and on Facebook. For more aviation aerospace news, head over to aero-news.net. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.